The allure of the dark woods. There's something undeniably magnetic about forests. They are places where nature reigns supreme, untouched by the relentless march of human progress. Towering trees stretch toward the heavens, their gnarled branches intertwining like skeletal fingers. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, while shafts of sunlight struggle to pierce through the dense canopy above. For centuries, these ancient woodlands have inspired awe, reverence, and fear in equal measure. Yet not all forests are created equal. Some bear an aura so sinister that they defy explanation, a palpable sense of dread that hangs heavy in the air, as though the very land itself holds secrets too terrible to be spoken aloud. These are the haunted forests, realms where reality blurs into nightmare, where whispers drift on the wind without a source, and shadows seem to move when no one is watching. It's here, amid twisted roots and moss-covered stones, that legends take root, ghostly tales unfold, and unspeakable horrors lurk just beyond the edge of perception. Welcome to our journey into some of the most terrifying haunted forests you should never enter. Whether it's cursed ground steeped in blood-soaked history or eerie woods plagued by inexplicable phenomena, each location has earned its reputation as a place where darkness thrives. This isn't merely a collection of spooky campfire stories. This is a deep dive into real-world enigmas, chilling encounters, and unexplained mysteries that continue to haunt those brave, or foolish, enough to venture within. So pull up a chair, dim the lights, and prepare yourself for a descent into shadowy realms where the line between myth and reality becomes perilously thin. As we delve deeper into these cursed forests, remember this: sometimes, curiosity comes at a price. And once you step foot inside these haunted woods, there's no guarantee you'll ever come back out again. The whispering suicide woods nestled at the base of Mount Fuji lies Aokigahara Forest, often referred to as the Sea of Trees. On the surface, it appears breathtakingly beautiful, a sprawling expanse of lush greenery carpeted with volcanic rock formations and dotted with moss-covered boulders. But beneath its serene exterior hides a grim legacy that has made it infamous worldwide. Known colloquially as Japan's Suicide Forest, Aokigahara is shrouded in tragedy, superstition, and whispers of malevolent spirits. The forest first gained notoriety due to its disturbing association with self-inflicted death. Each year, authorities discover dozens, if not hundreds, of bodies hidden among its labyrinthine trails. Many attribute this morbid phenomenon to cultural influences such as Saicho Matsumoto's 1960 novel Tower of Waves, which ends tragically within the forest. Others point to societal pressures unique to Japan, where mental health struggles remain stigmatized, leaving individuals feeling isolated and hopeless. Whatever the cause, the sheer volume of suicides has imbued Aokigahara with an overwhelming sense of despair. But what truly sets Aokigahara apart from other tragic sites is its supernatural reputation. Locals believe the forest is home to Eerie, vengeful spirits bound to earth by unresolved anguish. Visitors frequently report hearing faint whispers echoing through the trees, voices pleading for help or urging them to join the departed. Compasses and GPS devices malfunction unpredictably, disorienting hikers and leading them astray. Some claim the forest seems alive, actively working against anyone who dares trespass too far. Disembodied footsteps crunch over fallen leaves, unseen hands brush against skin, and shadowy figures dart just out of sight. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Aokigahara is how effortlessly it can swallow people whole. Its dense foliage creates an impenetrable maze, making navigation nearly impossible without proper guidance. Countless explorers have vanished without a trace, their fates unknown. Rescue teams sent to locate missing persons recount eerie experiences: abandoned campsites littered with personal belongings, ropes tied around tree trunks as if someone intended to climb but never returned, and cryptic notes, scrawled on scraps of paper left behind like breadcrumbs. Even seasoned investigators hesitate to spend extended periods in Aokigahara. Paranormal researchers describe oppressive feelings of dread, sudden drops in temperature, and moments when time itself feels distorted. One group claimed their cameras captured spectral orbs floating eerily close to the lens, while another reported capturing audio clips of sobbing and anguished screams during playback. Skeptics argue these phenomena stem from psychological suggestion or natural environmental factors, yet first-hand accounts persistently defy rational explanation. Aokigahara serves as both a stark reminder of human suffering and a testament to the power of place-based lore. It stands as a haunting juxtaposition of natural beauty and profound sorrow, drawing visitors despite, or perhaps because of, its ominous reputation. Yet those who dare to enter must tread carefully, for this forest does not yield its secrets lightly. Once you cross its threshold, you may find yourself ensnared in its dark embrace, unable to escape the echoes of lives lost and souls forever trapped. The hound-haunted woods of England and the mist-shrouded landscapes of East Anglia, nestled between rolling hills and quaint villages, lies a patchwork of ancient forests steeped in folklore and dread. Among these stands the infamous domain of Black Shuck, a spectral hound whose legend has terrified generations. Described as a monstrous beast with fiery eyes, razor-sharp claws, and a guttural growl that freezes the blood, Black Shuck roams the shadowy glades and tangled thickets of this region, leaving behind only fear, and sometimes death, in its wake. The origins of Black Shuck trace back centuries, rooted in the rich tapestry of British mythology. Local tales speak of a black dog larger than any earthly canine, said to appear during storms or under the cover of night. Witnesses describe encountering the creature on lonely woodland paths, its glowing red eyes piercing through the gloom like embers from hell. Often accompanied by an unearthly howl or the sound of snapping branches, sightings of Black Shuck are rarely benign. According to legend, those unfortunate enough to meet its gaze are doomed to perish within days, struck down by illness, misfortune, or mysterious accidents. One particularly chilling account dates back to 1577, when the parish church of Bungay in Suffolk became the site of Black Shuck's wrath. During a violent thunderstorm, villagers sought refuge inside the stone walls of the church. Suddenly, the great wooden doors burst open, and a massive black hound materialized amidst flashes of lightning. Terrified parishioners watched as the beast lunged forward, killing 2 men instantly before vanishing into thin air. To this day, claw marks purportedly left by the creature are visible on the church's oak door, preserved as a grim reminder of its visitation. Modern reports continue to fuel the mythos surrounding Black Shuck. In recent decades, numerous hikers and locals have recounted harrowing encounters deep within the forests of Norfolk and Suffolk. One witness described stumbling upon the creature near Thetford Forest, its form silhouetted against the moonlight as it prowled silently along a dirt path. Another claimed to hear a low, menacing growl emanating from the darkness while camping alone, followed by the sensation of being stalked, an experience so unnerving they fled the area immediately. What makes Black Shuck uniquely terrifying is its dual role as both harbinger and executioner. Unlike many cryptids relegated to mere sightings, Black Shuck actively intervenes in human affairs, seemingly driven by malice or some inscrutable purpose. Some speculate the hound guards ancient burial grounds scattered throughout the region, protecting sacred sites from desecration. Others suggest it is the restless spirit of a wronged soul, condemned to roam the earth for eternity. Whatever the truth may be, one thing remains certain: those who dare traverse these haunted woods risk becoming part of the legend themselves. For adventurers drawn to the allure of East Anglia's enigmatic forests, caution is paramount. Venture too far off the beaten path, and you might find yourself face to face with Black Shuck, a meeting no mortal is likely to survive. As the old saying goes, beware the hound whose eyes burn bright, for he walks where none dare light. The Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, deep in the heart of Romania, near the historic city of Cluj-Napoca, lies Hoia Forest, a place so bizarre and unsettling that it has earned the nickname, the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. At first glance, the forest appears deceptively ordinary, with its dense canopy of oak and beech trees casting dappled shadows over mossy ground. Yet beneath its tranquil veneer lies a hotbed of paranormal activity, earning it a reputation as one of the most haunted locations in Europe. Hoia eerie atmosphere begins with its physical anomalies. Hikers often report strange distortions in time and space, claiming hours pass without notice or familiar landmarks suddenly vanish altogether. Electronic devices behave erratically within the forest's boundaries, Cameras capture inexplicable orbs and shadowy figures, while compasses spin wildly, rendering navigation nearly impossible. Even cell phones lose signal, plunging visitors into isolation the moment they step inside. Adding to the mystery are the countless sightings reported over the years. Since the 1960s, residents living near Hoia have described witnessing strange lights hovering above the treetops, accompanied by loud humming sounds and sudden bursts of static electricity. One famous incident occurred in 1968, when military technician Emil Barnia allegedly photographed a disc-shaped object descending into the forest. Despite attempts to debunk the image, experts have been unable to explain its authenticity, fueling speculation that extraterrestrial forces play a role in the forest's unnatural phenomena. But it's not just alien visitors that haunt Hoia. Ghostly apparitions abound as well. Locals tell stories of shadowy figures lurking among the trees, their forms flickering like candle flames before disappearing entirely. Some claim to see the ghosts of soldiers from World War II, still patrolling the forest long after their deaths. Others recount hearing disembodied laughter and cries for help, only to discover no one else around. Psychic investigators visiting the site describe overwhelming sensations of dread, as though an unseen presence watches their every move. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of Hoia is its effect on human behavior. Many who enter the forest report inexplicable bouts of anxiety, paranoia, and even hallucinations. Some describe feeling compelled to harm themselves or others, succumbing to irrational impulses they cannot control. There are accounts of hikers emerging from the woods covered in scratches and bruises, insisting they were attacked by invisible entities. Others simply vanish, leaving behind only their belongings as evidence of their final moments. Despite, or perhaps because of, its ominous reputation, Hoia continues to attract thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts eager to test their courage. Tour guides lead groups through designated safe zones, warning participants to stay together and avoid straying too far. Yet, even these controlled excursions occasionally yield startling results. Equipment failures, spontaneous fires, and unexplained injuries serve as constant reminders that the forest operates by rules humans cannot comprehend. For those willing to brave its depths, Hoia offers a glimpse into a world where science falters and logic crumbles. It challenges everything we think we know about reality, inviting us to confront the unknown and question the boundaries of our understanding. But beware, once you cross into its shadowy embrace, there's no telling what awaits you, or whether you'll return unchanged. High in the Ural Mountains of Russia lies a stretch of wilderness known as Kolet-Syakhl, or Dead Mountain, infamous for one of the most baffling and horrifying mysteries of modern history, the Dyatlov Pass incident. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out to explore the remote slopes of this treacherous terrain. None would return alive, and the gruesome details surrounding their deaths remain unsolved to this day, shrouding the area in an aura of terror and speculation. The ill-fated expedition began innocuously enough. Led by Igor Dyatlov, the team consisted of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, all seasoned outdoorsmen accustomed to harsh conditions. Their goal was to reach Otorten, a distant peak, via a challenging route across snow-covered forests and frozen ridges. However, 6 days into their journey, something went terribly wrong. Search parties dispatched weeks later discovered their abandoned tent ripped open from the inside, with possessions and clothing left behind as if the group had fled in panic. What followed was a macabre scavenger hunt for clues. The bodies of the hikers were found scattered over a wide area, some partially buried in snowdrifts, others lying face down in the icy wilderness. Initial examinations revealed no signs of external wounds or animal attacks, yet closer inspection painted a far more sinister picture. Several victims exhibited severe internal injuries, including fractured ribs and crushed skulls, that could not have been caused by falling rocks or avalanches. Stranger still, 2 of the deceased were missing their eyes, tongues, and facial tissue, leading investigators to speculate about mutilation by unknown means. Theories attempting to explain the Dyatlov Pass tragedy range from plausible to outright fantastical. Some suggest the hikers fell victim to infrasound waves generated by strong winds, inducing panic and disorientation. Others propose they encountered hostile indigenous tribes or secret military experiments gone awry. More chilling hypotheses involve paranormal activity. Eyewitnesses from nearby settlements reported seeing strange orange spheres hovering above the mountains during the same time frame, sparking rumors of extraterrestrial interference. Could the group have stumbled upon something unnatural, a gateway, perhaps, or an entity that defied comprehension? Today, the site remains as foreboding as ever, drawing curious adventurers and researchers alike. Those brave enough to venture into the Dead Mountain's shadowy embrace often report eerie sensations of being watched, accompanied by inexplicable noises like whispers and footsteps. Equipment malfunctions plague expeditions, and sudden weather changes leave travelers stranded in sub-zero temperatures. Some claim to see ghostly apparitions resembling the doomed hikers, wandering aimlessly through the forest as though searching for answers or revenge, while official investigations concluded decades ago, labeling the incident an unknown compelling force. Questions linger. Why did 9 healthy individuals flee into the freezing night, inadequately clothed and unarmed? What caused their catastrophic injuries? And why do those who revisit the scene continue to experience phenomena that defy explanation? Until definitive answers emerge, Kholat Syakhl will stand as a monument to humanity's fragility and our inability to fully grasp the horrors lurking just beyond the veil of reason. Nature's labyrinth of terror tucked away in the western highlands of Madagascar lies Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park, World Heritage Site renowned for its surreal limestone karst formations. Known locally as Tsingy, meaning where one cannot walk barefoot. The park's jagged pinnacles rise sharply from the earth like nature's own fortress walls. While its alien beauty draws eco-tourists and geologists alike, beneath its otherworldly surface beats the heart of a haunted labyrinth, a place where danger and death intertwine seamlessly with myth and madness. Navigating Tsingy is no simple feat. The razor-sharp limestone spires create a maze-like environment, forcing visitors to clamber precariously along narrow ledges and rickety suspension bridges suspended hundreds of feet above yawning chasms. A single misstep could mean impalement on the needle-like rocks below, earning the park a reputation as one of the deadliest natural landscapes on Earth. Yet it's not just the physical hazards that make Tsingy so forbidding, it's the pervasive sense of unease that permeates every corner of this desolate wilderness. Local Malagasy legends whisper of ancestral spirits trapped within the Tsingy's labyrinthine corridors, guarding the land against intruders. Elders warn of disembodied voices calling out in the dead of night, luring unsuspecting travelers deeper into the maze until they become hopelessly lost. Some claim to hear faint drumbeats emanating from the depths of the forest, accompanied by the scent of burning incense, a sign, they say, that the ancestors are angry. Others recount tales of shadowy figures glimpsed darting between the towering spires, vanishing before anyone can get close. Scientific explanations offer little comfort. Biologists studying the park's unique ecosystem note the abundance of venomous creatures, including giant centipedes and deadly snakes, which thrive in the crevices and caves carved into the limestone. These predators lie in wait, striking swiftly at anything foolish enough to disturb their domain. Meanwhile, archaeologists have uncovered ancient tombs embedded within the rock formations, suggesting the area served as a burial ground for early settlers. Disturbing these sacred sites, locals believe, invites calamity upon intruders. Give me an image prompt for this story. The Devil's Playground, spanning over 1 million acres across southern New Jersey, the Pine Barrens is a sprawling expanse of dense pine forests, sandy soil, and eerie swamps. Officially designated as a protected reserve, this vast wilderness has long been synonymous with mystery and folklore, thanks in large part to its most infamous inhabitant, the Jersey Devil. With roots stretching back centuries, the legend of this winged monstrosity has transformed the Pine Barrens into a playground for fear, where superstition thrives alongside ecological wonder. The tale of the Jersey Devil dates back to the early 18th century, originating in the small town of Leeds Point. According to local lore, Mother Leeds, a woman cursed with her 13th child, gave birth to a demonic creature with leathery wings, hooves, and a forked tail. Upon emerging into the world, the infant let out a blood-curdling scream, transforming into a monstrous hybrid before taking flight and vanishing into the nearby woods. Since then, Countless sightings have been reported, describing a bat-like figure swooping silently through the night sky or perched atop barren trees, its glowing eyes scanning for prey. Beyond the Jersey Devil, the Pine Barrens harbor their own share of ghostly tales. Abandoned villages dot the landscape, remnants of industries long since faded, now overtaken by encroaching vegetation. Visitors often describe hearing phantom footsteps crunching through the underbrush, or catching glimpses of spectral figures wandering aimlessly through the mist. One particularly spine-chilling story involves the white stag, a luminous deer said to appear only to those destined to die soon afterward. Sightings of the stag are rare but always followed by tragedy, cementing its status as an omen of doom. Adding to the region's unsettling ambience is its isolation. Vast stretches of uninhabited forest create pockets of complete silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves or distant cry of wildlife. Hikers recount moments when the stillness grows oppressive, as though the very air resists movement. Compasses falter, GPS devices lose signal, and trails seem to loop endlessly, disorienting even experienced navigators. Stories abound of people entering the woods only to re-emerge days later, miles away from their original destination, unable to explain how they got there. Yet it's not just the supernatural that makes the Pine Barrens so perilous. Its rugged terrain conceals quicksand pits, venomous snakes, and carnivorous plants, all lying in wait for unwary travelers. Swamps teeming with mosquitoes and biting insects add another layer of discomfort, while sudden temperature drops can turn mild evenings into frostbitten nights. Fire towers scattered throughout the reserve stand as silent sentinels, relics of a time when wildfires ravaged the area uncontrollably. Even today, controlled burns occasionally sweep through the forest, reminding visitors of nature's volatile power. Despite, or perhaps because of, its ominous reputation, the Pine Barrens draw curious souls eager to uncover its secrets. Paranormal investigators flock to the area, armed with EMF detectors and infrared cameras, hoping to capture proof of the Jersey Devil or other ethereal entities. Campers pitch tents beneath starlit skies, lulled into false security by the tranquility of the surroundings, only to awaken to inexplicable noises or fleeting shadows. Each new account adds another thread to the tangled web of myths surrounding this haunted haven. For those brave enough to tread its winding paths, the Pine Barrens offers a glimpse into a realm where reality blurs into fantasy. It challenges perceptions, ignites imaginations, and reminds us that some mysteries are best left unsolved. But heed the warnings: wander too far, stay too late, or disturb what slumbers within, and you may find yourself face to face with the devil himself. Shadows that linger beyond the trees. As we bring our journey through these haunted forests to a close, one truth becomes abundantly clear: the natural world is far stranger, and far more dangerous, than we often give it credit for. From the suicide-laden paths of Aokigahara to the spectral hounds prowling East Anglia's woods, from Romania's riddled Hoia to the chilling enigma of Russia's Dyatlov Pass, and from Madagascar's lethal labyrinths to New Jersey's devil-haunted barrens, each location carries its own weight of dread, history, and unanswered questions. These are not mere collections of trees. They are realms where the boundary between life and death, reality and nightmare, dissolves into shadow. What ties these forests together is not just their reputation for paranormal activity but also the way they challenge our understanding of existence. They remind us that there are corners of the earth we cannot tame, mysteries we cannot unravel, and forces we cannot control. Whether born of ancient folklore, historical tragedy, or inexplicable phenomena, these haunted woods serve as gateways to the unknown, a place where humanity's hubris meets nature's indifference head-on. And yet, despite their danger, these forests exert an undeniable pull. Perhaps it's the thrill of confronting the unknown, the desire to prove oneself against the elements, or simply the allure of stepping into a story older than time itself. Whatever the reason, countless adventurers continue to venture into these forbidden lands, drawn by curiosity, bravado, or sheer folly. But as the tales attest, not all who enter come back unchanged, and some don't come back at all. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the darkest recesses of our planet, consider subscribing to our channel for more spine-tingling content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are there other haunted forests you'd like us to investigate? Or maybe you've had an experience of your own that defies explanation. Either way, thank you for joining me on this chilling odyssey. Until next time, keep your wits about you, because the woods are always watching.